Aloha, everybody. Today is 1st of June 2022. Happy Children's Day in Europe. It's 10:46 a.m. Uh, and That's just, let's just get to it. Welcome to Mark's Ministries, anyway. And we're gonna be talking about, um, uh, we're gonna talk about the sound of conversation. We're gonna talk about the sound of conversation. What are the rules of conversation? Those other kinds of stuff. But this is a very important subject, the sound of conversation, because the thing is about that the sound of conversation that you are using usually in a time of your day and your life. That is it's pretty and there are more like important important things to talk about. To talk about lots of subjects. Anyway, today is a question. What is the sound of conversation? Because because the sound of conversation is all about talking. Just like I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking to you right now. That is the sound of conversation. So let me put this straight here today. So, the sound of conversation is all about somebody's talking in a group. Somebody's somebody's having an interview or something like this. There are lots of categories of lots of categories or of conversation. There are friendly conversations. They are very like a business conversations. They are really like economical conversations, political conversations, and all that stuff. But we are gonna usually focus on two conversations, godly conversations, and we're gonna focus on we're gonna focus on friendly conversations. So let's start with friendly conversation. What is a friendly conversation? Friendly conversation is like friend is talking to the friend or brother is talking to the brother. So if let me get this straight. So the thing is, the sound of conversation that God gives us ability to talk. Otherwise, it's gonna we're gonna say we're gonna say something what is not what is complete misunderstanding. Anyway, I want to say that the sound of conversation is a very educational thing because when you're having a conversation, that means you're having a talk. You're having a talk. That means you are listening to this person, and you're listening to those other people that they are talking. They are talking about something. You have to have some topic to. Excuse me. Never mind. You have to take care of your. You have to listen to the sound of conversation. The sound of conversation is about learning stuff. When you're having a conversation, you're learning stuff. Anyway, the thing is, the sound of conversation in the sound of conversation that's talking, about some kind of a subject or some or or negotiations with somebody or or you or you have some kind of a job interview, like a movie interview or something like this, because and my personality, I'm gonna be an actor, and yeah, and I'm gonna have more movie interviews, more like a typical movie meetings, you know. And the thing is, God gives us ability to talk, because we have to have a conversation with somebody who we can trust, who is our friend, who we can negotiate, because friends are because not just because friends are not just because they're friendly we can have fun with that we can have fun with those people. We can negotiate with those people, and we can also trust those people and have a conversation about something, and or have a like a uh, deal with something. That's why God told us to have friends, because we gonna have our life easier. As we're gonna have somebody to trust, somebody to somebody to be likable to us, and the conversation is all about learning. It's all about education, because conversation is educational, because when you when you talking to somebody, or somebody's talking to you, somebody's talking about his life skills, or something like this, then that information is going to your brain, and that information is staying in your brain for 24 hours. So uh, so you can like this information in your brain is staying till your brain is able to remember what this person said, or you remember some kind of a situation, or something like this, or some kind of a positive situation, some kind of negative situation, something like this. But God says that Jesus said that in Proverbs chapter 14:23, that all hard works brings a profit, but more talk leads only to poverty. So I want to say that. I want to say that. Proverbs chapter 14:23, it says when it's something like more important to do, then there's less conversation, then there's less talking. Anyway, the rule of conversation is not talking over anybody. That's very rude. Is very rude. Interrupting somebody, commenting somebody with somebody says something. Uh, you're not supposed to make fun of this. You're not supposed to negatively comment somebody that he said wrong, and that is not true. You shouldn't do that in the group conversation, because somebody you could really end up friendship unsuccessfully. Don't do those minuses. Do the pluses. Pluses are those that the conversation is helpful, is educational, and and it has to be understanding, because there are some situations that when somebody is talking some kind of other language and you speaking English and somebody is speaking German, then you and that person, we don't understand each other. We do not understand each other because he's talking other language. I am talking other language. That means that means we are mixing up the German with English. So the thing is, the sound of conversation is that uh, very important in a very speakable language, and in a very not in a hard language, because otherwise we cannot understand each other. And we do not yell to anybody. We in the public places is very rude. To yell at somebody during the conversation is very, very rude. To yell at somebody who is a conversation. Am I talking to you like this? Am I talking to you like this? We have to have inside voices when we doing the conversation, because nobody cares what we're talking about. Nobody cares about what we're talking about. I'm sorry, except you and when you're watching my YouTube channels. Those people care what I'm talking about. Yeah. So I want to say that. Mm, yeah, I want to say that the tone of voice is a very important thing too. That means we do not yell. We do not yell at somebody who has a conversation, or we cannot time people the conversation because it's very rude. Uh, it's very rude to time somebody in a conversation. It's very rude to interrupt somebody in a conversation. That is totally unnecessary to do and totally unacceptable. Yeah. Proverbs chapter 4:24 says, "Keep your mouth free of perversity. Keep corrupt talk far from your lips." That means Proverbs chapter 4, verse 24. It says that keep your mouth from poverty. And that means keep your you know conversation keep your conversation like very in a positive way, so and doesn't end up not successfully, so you are all the time swearing, and he is talking to you like to the normal person. Anyway, swearing is not allowed in the conversation. Even when you say "gosh darn it" or something like this, you're not supposed to swear. That is a bad thing to do. Sometimes the words that we shouldn't say, that we shouldn't take back. Sometimes when we get mad, then you can say "gosh darn it" or something like this. But you know what? Do not overdo it, because it's just a very it's just even ears are broken even to listen to those kinds of stuff. Ephesians chapter 4:29 says, "Do not let my unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." So Ecclesiastes 4 chapter 4:29 is like encouraging us to talk positively. So talk with understanding, have a conversation on some kind of subject that we know about. We can have a conversation about lots of stuff that are positive about the creation of God, about the Bible, friendship, love, loyalty, and all that stuff. But those negative conversations are all about politics, economics, all about you know sex and all that stuff. So keep away from those conversations as much as you can, because you don't want to get those stuff in your head. So the Son of Conversation is all about education. Somebody who is talking about something what is positive, what matters to us, right? What matters to us. That means the of conversation. It's like building out the positive sound of conversation. It's building the soul up. Just like Proverbs chapter 27, verse 9, it says, a sweet friendship is building up the soul. So if you have with somebody a conversation, then you have to stay in that topic. You have to stay in that topic, not change the topic. Otherwise, you're not gonna understand. You're not gonna understand what is not matching, what is matching. So the thing is about the thing is about those kinds of things, and those other stuff what is going right now. It's very important that you are gonna be able to understand what is going on in the conversation, that you might be able to listen. Listening is very important in during the conversation, because you have to take you have to take your time to say something. Think about saying something, and do all those kinds of other activities. So congratulations of your new beginning. Thank you, my friends, for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the message. What do we talk today? And I will see you. Around again tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Shockers out. Oh, that's the thing. Okay.